Right, we are recording, so continuing in Mad Max. Come on, there we go. Key was originally provided by WB Games 2015? I think that's when it came out. And I did not have much news stuff to talk about. A couple things that are actually news, and another thing that's, it's important to me. I actually want to... I was like, that intrigues. So the thing that's important to me is I finally finished the GPU thermal article that I've been working on for months. So I submitted to OCC, just the results sections along with the introduction. The script sections, if you want to see those, you would need to look to the GitHub repository, which that's already up in public. Yeah, that kind of covers that.
Stop the bag now!
Let's just punch him. But yeah, it is, even just the results section is fairly long, which happens when you have, the 8 different GPU configurations and at least 4 test configurations for each. I mean, it adds up. Yeah, I do think, though, that the results are interesting. And yeah, so hopefully that will be able to go live before long. Well, live on OCC before long, because I mean that's where most people would see it. I don't think anybody would bother looking at my. Why is there stuff float? Oh, okay. I mean, this is weird, but I think it was just I saw like the top of a car and thought it was floating. So yeah, with that done, though, I can finally like do other things, like just play and enjoy games. Yeah, it's been kind of, if I've been playing a game, it's more like, a short respite from it, whereas this is like, oh, I can actually have fun again. The hell just happened? Okay. Okay. Do it this way. Can you, like, bring that over here?
I need the wheels!
Okay. Oh, this could be very awkward time. But, also with that done, though, I can get back to work on game reviews, and my current... So, as I said was my plan previously...
I'm here for you!
I have installed Dying Light and also finally activated the Platinum Edition key, so I have all the DLC. I will do a complete experience, that's what, review of that soon. I probably won't be working on that tomorrow. Tomorrow's just a little weird. Remember, I record this Friday, so tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, it's tomorrow's gonna be a little busy with other things, so I'll probably do other stuff, put this off until Sunday. But it will not just be, reviewing the game. I will also be doing my whole shtick where since it's a horror game, where I record the heart rate in real time, and also will use the gaze tracker to see where I'm looking. Though the game also supports the gaze tracking, so yeah, it will be on there. Looking at it, I wish that there was a little bit more options to control there, but it does have the one thing that is like for some games is like, yes, total justification for the gaze tracker, which is clean UI. So that's look. What it does is, so currently we have the 2 UI elements. In lower right we have like the status stuff, and lower left we have the minimap. With clean UI, what happens is they're actually made mostly transparent, except until you actually look in those corners. it's a really neat technology, and for some games, it is very, very good. In fact, I want to say there's even some games where it's like, yeah, you shouldn't really bother with some of the other stuff. Like Watch Dogs 2. Gaze track is just a little bit weird in any third-person game, I feel. But like in that though, it's like because you can also have extended view. It's called, where basically you can. Oh, so that makes sense. If you start looking, like gazing to the left or right, or turning your head to the left or right, it'll actually pan the camera over some, and it can actually, well, yeah, it pans the camera over some, so it is reactive to where you are looking, so you're not having to just move the mouse around. And that disconnect, by the way, is actually kind of useful at times. That it's not just your mouse that controls where you're looking. That really is a useful thing. That was kind of the thing when I paused that I was trying to get to, because I was gonna say it'll go beyond the bounds of the mouse. It's like that's not quite it, really. It's because it's not like, oh, that you're able to look somewhere that you can't look otherwise. No, it's that without moving the mouse. So like your cursor, you're still aiming forward, but you can like check to the left, check to the right, without having to move your aim. And that, for some games, can be useful. Potentially, it could be useful for Dying Light, since it is technically a first-person shooter. It's first-person, but there's also shooting there, so it could be appropriate. And don't worry, for anyone wondering, I do have scripts set up so I'll get 2 versions of the videos. One with the overlays, the biometric overlays, and one without. So for anyone that's like, oh, I don't care about that stuff, that's fine. I got you covered.
Bunker down! Shooter!
Boss is gone.
Damn it.
Ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, this is problematic. Alright.
Let me do my stuff.
So yeah, I will probably get to work on that on Sunday, but we'll just have to see.
Free advice, stranger. If you ever find yourself against Pig and Sticker, local bad boy and all-around bunghole, I'd ship the shit out of them. Just saying.
I don't necessarily know what I will do when I'm done with that. There's a part of me that would be tempted to the right of the main gate. There's a part of me that would be tempted to be like, hey, I've got these keys. What should I use and review on the forums? I am tempted to. I don't know if I will. I may still, like, just not publicly ask for suggestions of, these are things that I can review, what would you like me to? I think I will be able to just grab him. That would be it. The other 2 pieces, right? Yeah. 2 pieces of news I have are a little bit more information about GTA the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, which is kind of a terrible name. I mean, it's just a long, cumbersome name. But it is releasing November 11th, so, well, digitally. I should be specific on that. Damn, that's actually... I was hoping to execute him. So yeah, we'll release then. But what else was interesting in what Rockstar shared that, you know, gave different information about what kind of changes we can expect along with the trailers, so you can see the impact, which I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. It looks like a modern old game, I guess would be a way to put it. You know, it's not like they went in and changed the style. Yeah, that may be the best way to put it, is the style of the graphics has not changed. At least based on that video. And in my eyes, but definitely the quality of the graphics has been. But the other thing that was interesting was it isn't Rockstar that worked on it. It was Grove Street Games, and they used Unreal Engine for it, which exactly what that translates to, I'm a little unsure, because you can have situations where there's actually multiple engines used in the same game. Excuse me. I don't remember exactly what was said, but it's like the Halo Master Chief Collection. Unreal Engine is actually used for like swapping between them, between the different games. So like the main menu is Unreal Engine, but the games themselves are not. I think it's something like that. I could be completely wrong there, but so I'm just unsure of exactly what the use of Unreal Engine means there, but it could also be that it was rebuilt in Unreal Engine. And it only labeled Unreal Engine, so that's 3.4, or if they're really ambitious, which I really doubt, because it would be a very bad idea. Unreal Engine 5, preview of that. But I do think that that's highly unlikely. That would be way too dangerous to do. Since 5 is a preview, you would not want any production level game to be based on. But it's still interesting that it's not that's not using a proprietary, well, the Rockstar proprietary engine. And by the way, for anyone wondering who Grove Street Games is, I don't know, but it is possible that it's an internal company. I'm just saying that is a thing that you can see in game development, where you do have additional studios within. God damn, this is annoying.
He's naked. Pound him to a
Come on, there we go. Finally. It's just so damn slow to do anything. But yes, you can have internal studios that could do the work, and then it's, you know, I need to run because this is just such bull how we've just been completely surrounded here. And they're just timing everything perfectly to not let me have any opportunity. Now, it could also be that Grove Street Games is a completely separate company that just contracted with Rockstar to do it, or 2K. Since 2K is the long-standing, I think, publisher of the Grand Theft Auto games. Yeah, so I don't actually know what the situation is. Because it's also like this news is coming from Rockstar, not from 2K. But I'm trying to remember, I don't recall if I'd ever actually seen, like when GTA 5 was coming out, those press releases being from 2K instead of Rockstar. I just don't remember. Okay, hopefully there's water, because I desperately need it. Water right. Then the other thing I got here, Molasses Flood Studio is joining CDPR. Well, they're working with CDPR on some project. CD Projekt Red. And part of the reason that I made that note is not just because I got that piece of news after I had written up the video game news write-up today. But also because that is an actual thing. there was, in the middle of February, no less, an actual molasses flood, where what had happened was, and it was in Ohio. I don't remember exactly where it was. But it was freezing that day, and what happened was the container broke. Because, you know, you had massive containers for holding various fluids, but molasses in this case. And it burst, it ruptured, because it wasn't actually built that well. And it then just, you know, started pouring down the streets, going 30 miles an hour. So yeah, slow as molasses on a winter day, except when you have literal tons of it in a reasonably focused channel, yeah, it goes fast. There we go. Just wanted him to do that. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I might have some neat news next week. It really depends, though. Just something's coming up next week that it'll be awesome if it turns out well, but I don't know until it actually does. Yeah. So I don't want to get into any detail on that. Of course, next week we're also going to have the Satisfactory experimental branch getting the update 5, I think it is, everyone. And that's definitely going to be neat. Lots of positive things coming with that. It's kind of funny in a way in that it does seem to very strongly be, for at least some of the stuff, quality of life kind of changes. So like improved building methods. Yeah, like, oh man, I am so looking forward to the snapping to different things. So it's like you got splitters on conveyor belts and such. They will actually now snap to inputs and outputs. Because currently how it works, as of the update 4 version that we currently have, if you want, you cannot have them on you can't put down the conveyor belt and then put down the splitter or merger and have it snap to the inputs or outputs. You need to put the splitter down first without the conveyor belt, because then you can have it snap and then connect the conveyor belts to that. Which, honestly, I don't think that change is going to impact me much, but I mean, it's completely something I want. Because it's just one of those... this is such a positive quality of life change. There's a train signaling, which won't impact me in the least. There's train collisions, which I'll cause one. There's also some overhauls to parts of the map that I don't know how much that'll impact me. There is a location that it might. But it's also very possible that none of it will. Because I don't really build up much in the spots that they're saying will change. Oh yeah, I can mention that. Except for the switches and the keycaps, because I got those somewhere else anyway. One Up Keyboards has the 2-plate carbon fiber kits, like what they provided me with a year ago now? Year and a half ago? Something like that. That's now,
These lads will echo with your screams for aid.
like they have those for sale again, because I guess they ran out.
You come into my house now.
Unfortunately, they don't have, well, they only seemingly had, like, the one run of the, W4s that I'm using and that I love. They're my favorite Switch. But it looks like they may have run out of, I don't know, I could ask. They may have run out of the purple pandas, which are for tactile switches, my second favorite. Not that I've used too terribly many. But it looked like when buying in the kit, basically any of the switches they currently offer, you can get in that, which, because it's a kit, there was a, what was it, 5% extra discount I saw on one that I looked at, the one Switch type I looked at. And no, I don't need to, I personally don't need to make another one, but I will admit it would be kind of nice to like make one to give to somebody. I do have that one spare PCB, the B-Stock. So it's like I really don't need to do it, but it still is just, you know, you know, a neat thing to see there. If you're interested in a custom mechanical keyboard, I like this kit, I really do. You would just need to get keycaps, which One Up does also sell. They're just not, you know, like, included in that kit. He said, don't recall seeing them. Yeah, just basically you can get everything you need from them.
Got in line speaking. I'll slay away instead.
Okay, I'm just gonna start shooting, because he is not taking enough damage for how often I need to dodge and then out of position for... Oh, come on! Really? That was annoying. This is stupid. I'm sorry, it's just the length of time he takes to pull out the shotgun is so painful. Alright. Just trying to think if there's anything else mentioned. Or anything else I can. Yeah, nothing really jumping to mind. Oh yeah, I guess I could mention that. So I've been using for years now, Waterfox as my primary browser. I think it said primary browser, and it's like, no, that's not what it is. Primary browser. And it recently got its update to its 4.0, and then it's 4.0.0.1, and then 4.0.1. Okay. I was just checking. Can I? No. You know what? No, I'm... Because I know I'll be able to get back. Which is interesting. The update seems to have a stronger focus on performance.
Through the camp.
Which, I mean, I personally didn't really have much of an issue with performance. The only real issue I'd run into that is actually annoying is it doesn't support what the third generation Water Fox doesn't support PNG 64s, so things like some QR codes can't be shown. But looks like with Generation 4, that support is there, so yay. But I haven't updated the desktop yet. I'm gonna let things, because some people are reporting problems, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna, wait on that, but I've updated the test system and my laptop to it. Have not personally run into any issues with the majority of what I do. But, it's also like some people were reporting issues with, like using PayPal and such, and it's like, yeah, I can't, put up with that. Not that I use PayPal much, but it's like, I don't want to lose access to that. So I'll just wait. Nothing wrong with being patient. Us.
Top dog will handle this, guy.
There we go.
I say this is their sail.
Oh, okay.
Time to pop a flare.
That's what... I didn't even realize. Oh well. Yeah, I don't remember how it impacts that location. Like who is suddenly no longer at that stronghold. There.
I've got
See-
a reward to collect.
There. We will clear out some of this. Neat. Not quite, but nearly the last one. Play that. Okay. So anyway, I'll quickly look. It's just one piece of scrap and one NC. Yes, I have been up. I have also been here. Still, I'm gonna run back to make sure if I missed anything. I don't remember crossing over here. I may have just, you know, come at it a different way, and that's why I don't recognize. I want shivs. So we're gonna have those back. Those full up. Okay. So now I do actually know what I am. You know, and it might be that the insignia is up somewhere, which is always annoying. Now this I don't remember if it is actually a quasi-bug or not, but we'll find out.
That's all for now.
Okay.
There'll be more later.
Yes, that is like a quasi-bug. It's a quality of life thing. It shouldn't say, it shouldn't give you the prompt to even interact if it's empty, or it should say empty instead of giving the prompt. So you don't have to hit the button to find it. That's what I'm calling attention. Ah, there it is. Okay. We'll just leave the scrap. One possibility has entered my mind.
I see. See, you're back now.
Not completely. It might be like up there.
Keep an eye on the car.
Like I need to explore the top of the thing more.
Never leave her side.
Because I basically only went to the center of it. But it is possible that Avalanche was kind of mean. You know, hang on, let me first actually check. Yeah, and like just have it over, you know, you come up right there and it's like over on that side so you don't see it. You know, something like that. I could believe it. Probably because I would do it. Yeah. I mean, not that I'd want to be mean in game design, game development kind of stuff like that, but it's like, yeah, that's reasonable for you to ask, like, oh, is there something just on the other side of where I'm looking? I should actually also check down here. But I was thinking, nah, better chance that it would be, you know, just hidden up on the top of the thing, but I am right here, so it would be better to just, you know, check this. I was just checking that it is looping around as much as I think it is. So, not that I would actually expect anyone to watch this, but I am a little curious. Just, question. How much interest would there be in me reviewing the GTA trilogy Definitive Edition? Because personally, I wouldn't care. I mean, it's just, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy playing GTA 5, and I enjoyed playing GTA 4 as well when I played that beforehand. But they're just not really my games. So it's like the franchise isn't necessarily, my franchise kind of thing. So, yeah. I mean, it's like, I guess, one way to look at it is how there's some movies where you can recognize this is a work of art, but it's like, yeah, I saw it once, I don't need to see it again. Kind of feel that way. So I'm just, curious if people would be like, no, you gotta. But as I said, like, no one is gonna watch this, so no one's gonna answer. But it's also just, since they are such, well, classic games, so, it's like, would there be much interest? And it is purely just, I'm just curious what people think. But as I said, personally, I probably wouldn't if it were only by my own decision. I forgot how to get up and out. Oh, wait. No, I remember. There it is. I just didn't notice the ladder there. Yep, right there. That is it. I was right. Wait, what? Did that not count? That's technically a different structure. Damn it!
Chumbucket, come here!
Don't hit me. You son of a...
Be careful!
This is so damn annoying.
Never abandon her.
That there's just one left. And I've got no idea. Although, nope. See, if there were a way to access that, I would think, oh, it's in there, but there isn't. There's nothing up here.
Are you away on one of your long journeys inside your brain? Are you well enough?
Chumbucket, shut up. See, now, that is there a game that has that kind of voice integration? Where you can just, like, be able to say, Navi, shut up? It would be the example that a lot more people would be like, oh, can we please have that? I don't know. I know there's certainly some games that, like certain words trigger things, or just so much noise triggers things. But I could definitely see some being like, oh yeah, if you could just yell at them to shut up and they actually respond instantly, you know, my money's down. How do you want me? Oh, here it is. Like, do you want cash, credit, check, what? But it does also remind me, back when the Xbox One first came out, and they all came with the Kinect Didn't they all come with the Kinect? But in any case, how they had, you know, the microphone. And one of the things that you could do would be to say, you know, like, Xbox on to turn it on. You could also say Xbox off and turn it off. And they didn't set it up to filter out what it itself was producing. The sound it itself was making. So you could actually have, like, somebody just watching a video through the Xbox. And if somebody on it said Xbox off, it would turn off the person's Xbox while they were watching. That should have been caught. At least as far as the questioning of, like, what happens if the phrases are played, you know, by the device itself? It's like, how do we recognize it just being user input? But then, you know, they did come to abandon Kinect, which is kind of sad. And you have to grant, it was a very interesting and promising technology. It just did not get adopted well and got made fun of a lot. But it is also, when you stop and think about it, it's like Nintendo with the Wii and its motion controls really, you know, changed things. It's this one that I've not been able to get previously.
Behold, the road killer to the prey! We rip that armor off and lay it on him!
Nope. I think that is what I need to do, but I need to do it better. So that, by the way, because sometimes I do talk about the difference between challenging and difficult, that's more challenging. Where it's, I see what the path is, I didn't make it because I screwed up. It's like, that's how you want it to be. You don't want it to be... Okay, I do believe I can do that. You don't want it to be where it's like, oh no, they just made the gap so large it's impossible. Or it feels impossible. Which is actually how it is on the other side. The gap over there, that gap right there, that would be difficult because I think it is actually impossible though. Nope. I really will get it somehow. I don't know how. But it is just, you know, because this is I see a path, me not getting it is a me problem, versus I see a path, but it's impossible. Because that's like, no, the game's designed it. Or it has a specific design issue there. I'm getting a drink water while we get. I mean, it has to be from this side, because you can't destroy that thing with the missiles. And you also can't reach it. Okay. Ah, man. Now, I might be overthinking. I am stubborn. In case anyone is watching this and somehow did not know, I am stubborn. Especially in video games. I mean, it's like, I'm stubborn in general. Where it's like, if I see that, no, I should be able to do this, or it's reasonable that I should be able to do this, I will be stubborn about trying to do it. Yeah, it's like, because I mean, it has to be possible, and the fact that you do have this, it is semi-concealed, but the fact that you do have that ramp there, this has to be the solution. No, ah, shit. Come on. Give me a break. Got it. So it was ultimately you needed to, even though that's higher up, the distance is too great. You have to do where it's lower down because you're more likely to actually make it. Whew. Alright. How long have I been going? Not that I necessarily care. This is supposed to be picked up. Why are they not being picked up? I have that project.
Wait here.
And by the way, this does remind me of one thought that I had with, I know I had it in relation to Wolfenstein games, but it is others as well. Where, like in Wolfenstein, you can find a whole bunch of just, the Nazi helmets, and picking those up, you get armor. But it's kind of ridiculous because it's like, I mean, he's just going around with a bunch of helmets on his head. And it's like here, I just picked up, it's like part of an engine block. It's like, because apparently that's all you need is just random parts of engine blocks. Sometimes pistons? I know the crankshaft. Camshafts? One of those. I know that has been among the pieces of scrap. But it's like somehow that all works. And just, it would be interesting, I think, to see
I gotta get into that camp.
see it if they actually, if a game were made where it did actually, like, no, you actually do need to be picking up, like, chess pieces for that armor. But at the same time, though, it would be super frustrating. Because, like, making sure that you are finding the right thing, it just, that would be so annoying. So I wouldn't necessarily want that. Although there would be one solution to that, that unfortunately I don't think we would see. But it would be a valid solution. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, you could find grinding wheels to sharpen, to repair swords, possibly also axes, which was a feature I definitely liked, but I was annoyed by how it, you couldn't repair armor that way. And it's like, your father was, you know, a blacksmith, or you know, maybe should just say swordsmith, but it still was. I mean, it would be reasonable that he would have taught you more than just how to work with swords. So that would be a way around it. Is you know, not in a first-person experience like what you get out of Doom and the Wolfenstein game. Well, the Doom games and the Wolfenstein games, I guess I should put it that way. Where it's like, no, your character basically has no skills except the fight. But yeah, if you had it where they could actually like repair their own armor, then the lack of, or rather the need to get the correct type of armor to repair it in the field wouldn't be so bad. Because you would have that fallback of whenever you get back home, you know, to wherever you're safe, you can just do it there. And not necessarily have to purchase anything. Because that was another thing that I did like, was that you didn't have to pay then to do this work. You had your own method. Because in games, I am very conservative, so I mean, I have almost 17,000 scrap at the moment. I also don't really have anything to spend it on at the moment either, but that's a separate issue. But it is still, it's like, if I don't need to, I won't. But yeah, it is also that there's like, you know, nothing to actually spend on this game. It is kind of a shame it didn't get a sequel. Because it does have some pretty good fundamentals and is pretty fun. In a kind of sort of maybe way though, Rage 2 might kind of be a sequel. Because I do remember when that was even announced, Rage 2 was announced, because instead of that being a Bethesda developed game, they actually had Avalanche do that development. I do remember some speculating that Mad Max, this game, was in part in preparation for that. Like, to show that, yes, we can have such a game of that kind of design. Even though there's certainly differences, but yeah. At some point I do want to play Rage 2. I do have it. It was eventually given away, I think. The Epic Game Store free games. I think that's how I got it. And I have played Rage. I did not make it very far in that because it's kind of a dull game. Also didn't run very well. To look around, eventually I need to get some kind of closer. Oh, and by the way, I am thinking that, next week with doing Satisfactory, maybe because I am, just exploring and doing stuff, clearing the map instead of actually progressing. Because I've mentioned before that I've considered just, like, playing this game off camera to do some of this because it is more boring. But I could also I could still record it, just like not worry about having the microphone going, and just like put that up separately. Maybe I'll do that next week. It depends. Oh yeah, definitely. If I'm working on Dying Light, I may not want. Just to focus on the game I'm actually reviewing, that kind of thing. It'll depend. Will.
Come close so I can kill you!
Yeah, I'm actually going to leave him, and there's a reason for that. Okay, this is super annoying how they just keep running in from so far away. By the time they actually get into camera view, I can't react. Here we go. Really? You're not gonna say anything? Normally they do.
So, what do you say? You just let me go then?
That's why I left him alive, because it is kind of funny when they're like, so, what happens now? It's like, you gonna let me go? Or I think they will even go, you know, it's just a job, something like that. I didn't actually mean what I was saying. That was talking. Well, moaning, but, I'm gonna head back this way, open up that door, because I think the boomstick will do. Oh, I guess it was Max. I guess he was just, like, stumbling on something. Huh. That worked. So the boomstick actually didn't destroy the door. It just set off everything behind it, and that destroyed it. Hey, if it works, it works. There we go. maybe I did. Maybe I did actually make a circuit here. Without fully realizing. Where's this last transfer? Okay, I don't. How do I? How do I get up there? Okay, this might be. Yeah, this should. Okay, yep. Seriously? I don't know what you're throwing at me. I don't want you throwing it at me. I hope it's just a rock.
Don't run away! Let me get my hands on you!
Okay, the fact that he's still in rage means that there's still another enemy. I just have no idea where. I'm good on scrap. That is the last insignia. And run. That's it. That's everything. Which also means that... Oh, yeah. Which also means then... Oh, that's what I need. Yeah, okay. There. Can turn in that one mission. Yeah, I can turn in that one mission and then I'm done.
Sure brought good with you. Sorry for that scene.
Didn't need to remember how to get up. I think even back when I reviewed it, that was something that annoyed me, is figuring out how you're supposed to actually get up. Is it here? Yes, okay. I should see if I can get to that ladder. Like, is that something I can get down?
We sitting fine up here now. Pity the young ones got it.
Nope.
These pink guys got
We got the same. It'll come to good use.
Still sounds like a fool's errand to me.
So is doing nothing. We cannot all give up and just wait to die. Now for my end, your righteous reward.
I'll find these landmarks. I'll find the loot.
Yeah, so that would be for the better tools.
Place. That highway must be to the north.
So is that a... Yeah, she doesn't actually... Oh wait, no, she does. And I'm just running around just a little.
Have to hand it to you. Take it out that camp.
I mean, it's legitimate. I'm going to talk to her so I get this mission started. So that's on the map. But no, I'm just looking around hoping to spot like another shorter path here.
The Windcatcher is functional. They soon set sail.
They'll run dry out.
Perhaps, but the sail has another benefit. Collecting dew at dawn for drinking. But food remains a problem. I know an undiscovered place of the old world, full of tin cans. More food than you and I could ever eat. Bring back what we need, and you get all that remains. What do you think? Deal?
Deal.
Okay.
It lies hidden in between these two locations. Cross marks the site.
Well, you know, actually, just stop. All right, because that will have saved. All right. Yeah, so that was this week, and I know I ran long, but it's like I could finally just play a game for enjoyment because I'm done with the GPU thermals article. Gonna have so much more stuff that I still have to do coming up, catching up in game reviews and such, and I do have other ideas for articles as well. It's right, I do want to get back and do that better bugs thing. That can wait though. That's not a high priority, especially because it's already been delayed. So, that, in case you were wondering, was the whole after Evil Genius 2 finding the bug there. I decided, you know what, it'd be a bad idea to write a little article talking about like how to do better bug reporting, and like certain pieces of information to include, what to try to look for, what type of media you may want to include, like screenshots or video, knowing what is and is not important, things like that, and also trying to reach out to developers to find out, what some of their bug reporting guidelines are that they use internally. Yeah, but since it's been a while since Evil Genius 2 released, because I got distracted with other things and all that, this can continue to wait, but I would still like to do it at some. Alright, yeah, that's all. See you next time.